Okay, so I'm just curious if any of you have like a dish or like a food combination that you absolutely love that makes other people sort of like look at you a little funny. How adventurous of an eater are you? Do you find adventurous eating in people who do like more adventurous food combos? Is that like a good thing, or are you also, or are you safe eaters that you don't like your mashed potatoes touching your cream corn type of folk?
Yeah, I'm definitely more in the safe eater type for sure. I wish I was more of an exotic. I wish I liked more things, but I've always been a pretty plain eater.
What is it? Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I've always been a really plain eater. I have found in my adult life that if I try, I can over time, I can slowly start to change my taste buds to like something, but it's generally not worth the effort, I find.
Can you re-explain? Because I know we talked about this on a previous episode about how you eat, Pants. About like, should you go more in depth on this?
Yeah, I was trying to think of this. Like, there's not, because I'm a pretty safe eater, there's not a lot that I eat that anyone would find gross. But it was way worse when I was younger, for sure. I'm not nearly as bad as I used to be. But I used to eat things like totally plain. So like a hamburger would just be a hamburger with a bun, and that'd be it. And generally, I don't like sauces for the most part. Still to this day, generally, I will eat a hot dog with just a hot dog and a bun, and that has grossed people out for sure.
So is that something that you seek out, or is it sort of like, oh, if I have to eat hot dogs, it's just going to be plain? Or do you actually make hot dog and a bun for yourself?
No,
because you like it.
Yeah, but like if I did, I wouldn't. Oh. There's no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I just don't make hot dogs for myself. But
okay,
yeah.
So it's not a favorite food. You don't love dry hot dogs.
No, exactly. And there are certain sauces, like, I don't know, barbecue sauce would be fine. Certain sauces would be fine. They're just generally not available when I'm eating a hot dog. It's always ketchup and mustard, which I'm not a big fan
of. I'm going through, or have been for a while, this combination of cottage cheese with diced fresh tomatoes, dill pickles, salt, pepper.
I love that. That sounds great.
Yeah. My girlfriend calls it troll food.
Yeah, totally.
I'd put that on a sandwich, like between two pieces of bread, even.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, a little hot sauce on there.
That sounds
awful. Yeah. I can't do cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese is disgusting, I'm not a big...
Is the texture?
Name. Yeah, totally. The name. Cottage cheese? Yeah. What? That's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, Cooper always used to make fun of me for this one, and I guess it's kind of weird, but I would have like a lot of people have cookies and milk, but I would have cookies and pop, like it was just like sugar and sugar, and I don't anymore because I haven't had pop in years, but I guess that was kind of like a recipe for diabetes for sure, but. I actually just talked to my dad about when we were growing up. We used to eat this thing called, well, it describes every ingredient. It's crackers and milk and brown sugar. And it was just, you take unsalted premium plus soda crackers, crush them up into a bowl, pour milk on it, and sprinkle brown sugar. And it was like poor man's cereal, essentially. And my dad told me that it was a thing that his dad used to do because that's all they kind of had left at the end. And he would give the good breakfast stuff to the kids, and that's what he would eat. And it became a thing that all the kids used to love it so much that they would want to eat like the poor man's cereal. And so we would, Cooper and I used to eat that all the time.
Looking back on that is so nasty. Like it just turns into soggy crackers. Oh man.
Yeah. Sog is just the worst texture. Candy.
My family cereal that we always had was this giant bulk bag of like plain wheat puff.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ugh, no. I can't. And I don't have to anymore, so I don't.
That is the driest stuff in the world. Wheat puffs.
Yeah.
Suck the moisture out of your mouth.
I'm big into dill right now, though. When you mentioned dill for cottage cheese, it's like I go through these phases where I just become obsessed with one kind of flavor or like ingredient, and I'll start putting it on everything. So right now, dill, I'm obsessed with it. I would put it on pizzas or anything, potatoes, like literally anything. I'll sprinkle like dill on it, and yeah. So when you said dill and cottage cheese, I was like, oh yeah, I would do that for sure. Pickles on pizza, like I'm big into that right now. I'm not eating a lot of this stuff right now, but if I could, I'm on a diet right now. But if I could, I would be going nuts. We're serving up this pickle pizza at my work, and I want it so bad. But cinnamon as well. I'm a cinnamon freak. I'll put cinnamon in anything, like drinks or anything as well. I'll douse my smoothie. I'll add extra cinnamon. I'm obsessed with cinnamon right now. But I don't think there's anything. What do I have here? Do I have anything gross? I don't think there's any kind of combination that I actually eat, like an actual food that would gross anybody out. I don't do this as much anymore, but I think I've mentioned this on the podcast before, but I call them flavor discs essentially. But like anytime I'm eating a sandwich, I wanted to actually invent this one day, but like if I'm eating a sandwich, Subway, whatever it is, I love putting like chips, all dressed chips or Doritos in the sandwich to add a crunch. It's not about the flavor; it's more the crunch
Texture.
Yeah, I'm big into texture, but nothing too crazy. I'm not. I would say I'm in between a safe and a adventurous eater. I'm down to try things. I'll rarely like turn if I'm visiting somewhere and they want me to try a crazy dish. I'll at least try it usually, unless it's like I don't know, like sheep testicles or some of that. I might be a little bit I might be a little bit like resistant, but I'd be curious and I'd be surprised at what I would try in the right setting.
Yeah, so I'm a big fan of like offal and like offcuts, and I know pretty much what the genesis point of that was, and it was actually in Japan about 10 years ago. And there's no public washrooms really, so to speak of in Tokyo, where if you need to use the washroom, you can't just like hop in a store where there's like one readily available. So you have to sit down and order something, usually like a restaurant of some sort. And my travel partner at the time, they really needed to find a washroom. So we just popped into the first little restaurant that we could find that had a washroom, and had no idea what was on the menu. It was all in Japanese, and I just ordered like 2 things, having no idea what they were. And it turned out to be the most expensive bathroom break, like to date still. Because what came out to the plate, there were 2 very small plates. One was like a fishtail that was like skinned and had like some nice ends of like the fillet on there on a bed of rice. And then the other one was this other small dish with this sort of deep fried mass sitting on it. So my travel partner, they took the fish tail, and I took a bite out of this deep fried hunk of something, and it was like beautifully crispy, and it was like you could hear the into like this really soft flavor that I could not place. I had never tasted anything like this before. But I took a picture of the menu and ended up paying like those 2 small plates and like a beer each ended up being like almost $120 Canadian. And that was like 10 years ago. But when we got back to the hotel, I was able to like look up what this thing was. And it was some sort of fish sperm sac.
Yeah.